Hey Laura, I am so sorry that I didn't see those. Well, I'm sure I just didn't download for whatever reason. The meter shots didn't download the first time I looked at your PDF, and that happens. Sometimes PDFs just don't download correctly. They're pesky creatures, and so if I say that you don't have something and you know that you have it, log on to the classroom, double check your submission, make sure it's there, and then just tell me where the heck you see it so that I will see it, and hopefully the second or third time I download it, I get the whole thing, and I will not be offended. I am well aware of PDF problems. I download hundreds of them, hundreds of them a week, so I know all about them. So sorry, I'm so sorry about that. And in the future, just tell me I'm wrong, and please download it again. Clearly, I had a problem. Okay, so here's your complete submission, which was totally complete the first time. So you chose to shot a subject indoors, working on his computer. Now this is a bit static, compared to the assignment was to go out in situ and find subjects kind of like, out and about. We were hoping that people would go to a public space, though it doesn't specifically require it. Most of the shots are kind of public, or at least a little bit quirky if they're intimate. And there's nothing really going on here. And so I just want to say that about your subject. I'm not really sure why you chose this. And maybe you were legitimately excited about it, but it's not really what we're looking for, because this sort of thing doesn't pose for you the kind of challenges that shooting out in the world really quickly at the hip does. Because here, you're in a limited space, you have one subject, and you can just basically shoot him indefinitely or until he gets sick of you. And so no, this wasn't really what we wanted you to do. We wanted you to have the experience of going out and searching for a specific type of available light, which this doesn't really have. This has multiple different lights. Like there's light coming off of his monitor, there's light coming from overhead, there's light coming from the window. I mean, it's not directional, it's not, like, you know what I mean? So this wasn't really what we wanted you to do. It looks like it was convenient, but it's not what we were looking for. And so that is the bulk of my feedback, and that's what it would have been had I had continued my video initially when I had the improperly downloaded PDF. That being said, many of the compositions are quite dynamic, actually, for what you were shooting. They're also quite repetitive because you're just going around this guy and shooting and shooting and shooting again. But this right here is a really great image, actually, and it's very telling of somebody just sitting on their computer working and just doing whatever it is that they do. What else? Let's see. I guess I'm more interested in the ones that give him, that we're getting some sort of really interesting expression. However, there's a lot of compositional problems in them. I like this one for not having any compositional problems. By compositional problems, I mean like little bits of stuff like sticking out from behind him that don't make any sense, or poor lighting, or, you know what I mean? I think your finals were pretty good choices, because this gives us context. We know that he's on a computer. He's in crisp focus. There's not a whole lot of compositional problems in the background. And then, like I said in my last video, I think this is an exceptionally composed image. I think this is really your best of the whole set. I think the leading line here, the reflection, the lighting, the depth of field, and the color are all really beautiful. I think this is a great shot. This is a keeper that you might want to stick away for future reference if you need portfolio shots. Okay, thanks, Laura. So sorry about my mistake that first time. Well, I guess it's more my computer's downloading ability, or PDF. PDFs are just funky, man. There's so many great things about them, and that's why we prefer them for files, because they're not changeable. They freeze your image like a TIFF would without being gigantic. They're really great in a lot of ways, but they're a little bit funky too, because you're not just downloading the file, you're downloading like this whole package of information that makes the file readable. Anyways, thank you for your patience and understanding, and in the future, just tell me to download it again. Okay, thanks, Laura.